Guys, good evening. So yesterday we were talking about sentence patterns. Today we will go in detail. Okay, we'll practice. Do you remember? SV, SVO, SVOO and SVC. Now in detail. Look at this. Nearly every simple sentence that we make falls into one of the three basic patterns: SV, SVO, SVO. Forget about SVC for this moment. Two of these patterns involve action verbs. What do I mean by action verbs and non-action verbs? Look at these two words: was, pushed. Underline the one verb which indicates an action. Was pushed. Which one is giving action? Obviously pushed, right? So action. Now look at this. Some action verbs indicate actions of the body, others indicate actions of the mind. Actions doesn't mean that I always see that action. Maybe I'll think about that action too. Look at these two set of words there. These are all actions: worked, drove, washed, wrote, lifted. Thought, hoped, believed, decided, understood. Which group of verbs indicates actions of the mind? A or B? This is one list, this is one list. Which one is giving you idea that these actions are done by our mind? Tell me. Obviously, thought, hoped, believed, decided, understood. Fine. Then, now look at this. Action verbs can sometimes make complete statements about their subject without the need of any other words. This is a kind of repetition of yesterday's class. Look at this. Look at this too. Our guest brought, our guest arrived. When I put full stop, it means that sentence is giving you complete meaning. So which one is giving you complete meaning? Which one is not giving complete meaning? Our guest brought. Do you think I need to put any question there? Our guest brought. If I tell you this, do you think I need to answer anything here? What? Okay. Now, our guest arrived. I don't need to put. So, what I'm trying to tell you here is, first pattern of this is this. Our guest brought what? Our guest brought what? Our guest arrived, full stop. Our guest brought maybe a gift. Then I can put full stop. This one is pattern 1. Okay, we'll see. Now look at this. The action verb that makes a complete statement about its subject gives us our first sentence pattern. This is subject, this is action verb. That is what, we gave S and V. Subject and action verb. Remember, subject is a grammatical term. Subject, in our understanding, let us call it as actor. Okay. Now, look at this. Any sentence is pattern 1 if the action verb by itself makes a complete statement about its subject. Fine. No matter how many other words and phrases may be present. Here I need to explain something. Look at this. One word as a verb, action, and what is the subject, and how many words are there in subject? So there is no limit. I can have more than, even in a verb position, I may have more than one. Now look at this one. I just want to change this like this. Our friends should have arrived. Where is the verb and how many words are there in verb? 1, 2, 3. And where is the subject and how many words? 2. It's not about number of words, it's about units, how I divide this. Okay, basically, if you remember in yesterday's class, I was talking about this. Subject can be a single word or a group of words. Verb can be a single word or group of words. Fine. Now, most important point is this. Look at this, guys. Let me take you to this. Ma, if you observe, write down these what or who. If I want to find out the subject, I first identify the verb, which is obviously action. Then left side, I put a question. What questions I put? Either that group of words or a single word, can take these question words. Now, dash arrived. Tell me what is the question I put? Who arrived? So that's the way I identify the subject. And look at this one. Students arrived. Now, turn this into structure. Whenever I ask you to turn this into structure, start with the verb and put a question. Who arrived? Okay. Now I am giving one more word here. Let us say good students. Now tell me what is the subject? Now these two words become subject. Clear up to this point? Now this is our hero, which we call noun grammatically, and left side of this is extra information. Let us remember the extra information. In other words, grammatically this is called adjective. Adjective is always there to give extra information about this subject or whatever the noun you have. That we'll discuss in detail. But right now, you understand, whenever in a subject I have a group of words, please pay attention to this. In a subject, if I have a group of words, last word of that group is our hero. That is what the actual subject. Left side of that, extra information. Okay. Now, interesting point is, I can give extra information in other way also. Let me give one sentence here. Intelligent students should come. Tell me where is the verb? How many words are there as verb? Yes, you're right. Then, now tell me who is our hero? Now this one is extra information. Fine. Now I can also give extra information like this. Students with intelligence should come. Now tell me where is the verb? Should come. Now understand one point. I'm sure you know prepositions. Can you give me prepositions, whatever comes to your mind? On, in, at, into, from. Give me some more. Under, through. Fine. With. Now remember this. In a sentence, I am reading a sentence. In that sentence, whenever there is a preposition, yes, immediately after preposition there is a word that has to be noun or pronoun. Even if I have 1, 2, 3, the last word of that group is always a noun or pronoun. And I have to close this. And that group is extra information. Now, where is the preposition? This. Now, close this. Okay, now find out what is the subject. Don't read this. Don't read extra information. Students should come. Intelligent students, now remove this extra. Students should come. Students should come. Only difference what I want you to understand is, here I have given extra information left side in a single word. Here I have given with the this is called prepositional phrase. In a sentence, randomly you take one paragraph, look at the sentences, you see lots and lots of prepositional phrases. Those are there to give extra information. Keep that in mind. Okay? Fine. Let us move to this one. Okay? Look at this sentence. Our friends from Delhi arrived by plane this morning. I am asking you to read the sentence grammatically. The whole story today is to read the sentence grammatically. Then we can turn this into, obviously, ideas. Where is the verb? Whenever I ask you to read a sentence grammatically, first give importance to verb. Where is the verb? Correct. And do you find any preposition? Yes, there is one preposition. Now, where should I close this? Now, our friends are, now do you have one more? One more preposition. And, okay. And I would say this one also extra information. Now, read the sentence without this bracket. So, S and V. The structure of the sentence is S and V. That is the point, this sentence is trying to tell you. Okay. Now, our guest from Delhi arrived by plane this morning. This is a pattern 1 sentence because our guest arrived dash in its meaning. Now you choose complete or incomplete. Complete, yes. Read just the subject and verb in each sentence, omitting the words that follow them. What are the words follow them? Preposition phrases. Right now I said preposition phrases. Fine. Next. Read this. Which sentence is pattern 1? In pattern 1 I have only S and V. I may have different words, but I only take out that. These are the major words. Now, which sentence is pattern 1? Because the verb by itself can make a statement about its subject that is complete in meaning. Fine. Which one? Only that S and V is giving you complete sense. The umpires agreed. The umpires compared. Which one is giving you complete meaning? Yes, the umpires compared. When I say, obviously something comes to mind. What is the question comes to mind? Because I have not given any word which is answer for what in this blank, this is incomplete, this is complete. You are right. Next. The umpires compared. What did the umpires compare? Obviously, umpires compared something. Maybe teams. Okay. The umpires compared what? Teams. The umpires compared maybe players. If I don't mention this, that is incomplete. So obviously that's what he's saying. Until we answer this question, the meaning of the sentence is incomplete if I don't give this word there. Next. The umpires compared the two teams. Where is the verb? Compared. Where is the subject? Who compared what? Object. Okay. Now we know what the umpires compared, and the meaning of our sentence is complete because I got O here. So this gives us second pattern. Okay, SVO. Grammatically this is called object. Okay, now look at this. Another thing you need to know here. Look at this. Raj came. Where is the verb? Came. Who came? Now see, I'm giving you a word and you give question to that word. Raj came yesterday. Always start with the verb. This is the subject. Now tell me, Raj came. Put a question to this. Is it when or where or how or why? What question it takes? When. Yes. Okay. Now, Raj is here. Where is the verb? B form. Is. Who. Now put a question. Who is? What is the question you put? So the answer is here. Where? Where? Here. Okay. Then he walks slowly. He walks slowly. This is the verb. This is the subject. And put a question. He walks how? Okay. And there is another thing. Why? I cannot give you single word for why. As we go ahead and talk more about this, point I'm trying to say, guys, in these sentence structures, most important question words are who, what, whom, and action. Along with this, you may also expect to see when, where, why, how. Okay, extra. These are all extra. These are all extra. Okay, we'll just keep this in mind. Then I talk in detail. More information. Now look at this one. The police blocked the road. Can you please give me the structure of this sentence? Verb, subject, who blocked, put a question. What question I put here? What? So, object. Okay, other than this, if I have another question, for example, instead of this road, I say the police blocked, let us say leisurely. Then you say how. If it is there, even if along with this, the police blocked the road leisurely, and you say how. Also expect to see some words which are answer for this. Okay. Now, the kind of complement means which completes, that receives the action of the verb or shows the result of this action is called a direct object, which we have done already. Now check it out. Where is the verb? Will correct. Where is the subject? Who? The teacher will correct what? Now, object. Here you can expect to see what or whom. If whatever comes of these two, that is object. Blindly remember, that is direct object or object. Okay. Fine. Now look at this. Which word is a direct object because it receives the action of the verb will correct? You have to tell me, sir, this is the direct object. Fine. Now you have to tell me which one here is a direct object. For that you start with the verb. Where is the verb? The accountant made a slight mistake. Where is the verb? Verb, action. Who made what? Okay. Now remember, in this object, sorry, you have a group of words, but our hero is last word. In subject, you have a group of words, but our hero is last word of that group. In object, you have a group of words, let it be, but last word is our hero. So only read this, this and this. Accountant made mistake. Now tell me which word is a direct object because it shows the result of the action of the verb made. That's it. Mistake. Fine. The sentence that contains a direct object gives us our second sentence pattern. Already we discussed. SVO. Okay. S, which is answer for who or what. Action verb. Direct object. Again, what and who. Okay. Fine. A sentence in pattern 2 has 3 basic parts. SVO. The third basic part is the direct object. Remember this. Next. Okay. The speaker showed a video of his travels. Do you find any extra information here? Where is the verb? Who? And what? And this is the preposition and close it. Now if I ask you what is the direct object of showed, what would you show me? This one or this one? Video or travels? Which one is the direct object? Don't look at the extra information. Video. This is the point he's trying to say. Notice that the action begins with the subject, yes, and ends with the direct object. The direct object of an action verb is the goal of its action. Agreed. Now, which word is a direct object in the example above? Already we got it. Video. So, there is a confusion. People might go for this. All these things will help you as we go ahead for the comprehension. See, there is a pattern of writing a sentence. So, you should know who is the actor and who is the receiver of the action and what is the action, what is the extra information. That's very important. Okay. Don't mistake another word that may follow an action verb for a direct object. Already I told you, it can be when, where, why, how also. Anyway, let us see. To be a direct object, a word must either receive the action of the verb or show the result of this action. In other words, straight away I gave you, that should give you answer for what or whom after the verb. Okay, now where is the verb? Mr. Pramod returned the money. Where is the verb? Who? Now, who returned? Put the question. With this, I can say, sir, this is clear? Okay. Now, does the word recent? Now. Okay. What is that? Let me give you one more sentence. Mr. Pramod returned recently. Now you tell me, where is the verb? Where is the subject? And put a question. Mr. Pramod returned when? So, can I call this as a direct object? No, because it is not giving me the answer for what or whom. This is extra. If you ask me what, grammatically this is called adverb. Okay, we'll talk later. Now, look at this too. The rain stopped the cricket. The rain stopped suddenly. Which sentence contains a direct object? And you know how to check that. Whenever I ask you to read a sentence, grammatically start with the verb. The rain stopped. The rain stopped. What stopped? What stopped? Now, what stopped? What? Now, what stopped? Now, which one is direct object? This one or this one? This one, because it is giving me answer for what or whom. Here, actually what? Following. Okay, summary. Pattern 1 is built around a two-part pattern, a subject and an action verb. Pattern 2 is built around a three-part pattern, a subject, an action verb, and what is the third one? Very good, direct object. Fine, go for this. Which sentence is pattern 2 because the verb is followed by a direct object? Now you divide this into pattern. So what did I ask you to do that? For, you should go for the verb. All responsible citizens vote on election day. All responsible citizens cast their vote on election day. Now show me which one is the verb in the first sentence. Which word is action? All responsible citizens vote on election day. Very good. Then tell me who? Yes, you can say, so this is subject. Okay, now all responsible citizens vote. Yes, extra. Now, who is the hero in these three words? So basically, SV, citizens vote. Citizens vote. That is what the major information. Other thing is, extra. Now go to the next one. All responsible citizens cast their vote on election day. Where is the verb? All responsible citizens cast their vote on election day. Very good. Now, what is the subject? Who? All responsible citizens. And cast? Yes. And where is extra information? Yes. Okay. Now, what is that is asking you to do? Which sentence is pattern 2? A or B? Pattern verb. Pattern 1 is SV, pattern 2 is SVO. So he's asking which one falls into pattern 2, A or B? B. Okay. Say, try this. Each student keeps a list of every misspelled word. The motor finally stopped completely. Start with the verb. Where is the verb? Who? Each student. Each student keeps what? That is the mistake. That's what? Gone. I am telling you something, you understood something, story is gone. That's what you need to follow the pattern. Amma, first tell me, is there any extra information? Preposition? Where is the preposition? Whenever there is a preposition, that is the beginning of the extra information. Start and close, last word of that right side of the preposition. Till you find the noun or pronoun, you travel and then you close. That's extra information. And read the sentence without that extra information. Now, each student keeps what? What is the answer for what here? This one is object. This is extra. Okay, na? Don't look at that. We'll see that. How does it help us to identify and all? First, when I look at the sentence, I need to take out this. It will come out. Okay. Then I'll read, okay, what extra information. Then my comprehension is clear. Otherwise, I take this and you'll see, gone. Each student keeps every misspelled word. No, that's not the one I'm telling you. List. What kind of list? Misspelled. So there's a difference, right? Fine. Next. Now I'm moving to the other pattern. Which sentence is pattern 2? Fine. Now what about the second one? We haven't done this. Okay, B. The motor finally stopped completely. Where is the verb? This word is also extra. And can you tell me what is the question you put after the verb? Does it take what or whom? No. Do you say whom? The motor, remove this. The motor stopped. What? Can I say them completely? Whom? Completely? No. How? So, if you remember, I was talking about this. When, where, why, how. After the verb, when, where, why, how, extra. What is direct object? Only if that gives me an answer for what or whom. Remember this. Now, obviously, which sentence is pattern to? First one. Because SVO is there. Now, look at this one. Where is the verb? Threw. Who? The bowler threw. Even if I don't look at that, the question comes to mind is, the bowler threw what? Now tell me, which word takes the answer for what? Okay, fine. Now read this information, what is trying to say, and what is this, we'll see. After the verb threw, we have two nouns. One is keeper and ball. To decide which is the direct object, ask yourself, what did the bowler throw? What? Yes. Now, you ask this question. Now, tell me what is the answer for this to whom? If my answer for to who is this, that is called indirect object. SVOO. Now we are moving to the third pattern. Okay. Now, the bowler threw the keeper a ball. The bowler threw him a ball. Okay. In which sentence is the indirect object not a noun but a pronoun? Then I do this. So, the bowler threw what? To whom? To whom? Indirect object. Same. Go to the next one. Threw. Who? The bowler threw what? Direct object. To whom? To him. So, now read this question. In which sentence is the indirect object not a noun but a pronoun? Obviously, second one. Fine. Next. An indirect object can show to what as well as to whom something was done. Please write down this. What is trying to say? SVO. To. This one can be answer for what or who, but if I want to find out indirect object, my questioning should be used to, okay, to what or to whom. Take this. SV, what, whom, to what, to whom. Understand one thing. I am giving a sentence. I am giving a statement. That statement is indirectly answers for some questions. In a paragraph, you have sentences. So indirectly, these sentences are actually answers for some questions. Even paragraph is also answer for some questions. Anyway, go to the next one. These shoes give your feet more support. How do you see this sentence grammatically? Where is the verb? Where is the verb? Very good. Now what? These shoes, yes, subject. These shoes give what? See, even if I don't look at that, that's a good what? These shoes give, very good, more support. Okay, now these shoes give more support To what? To what? Yes. To what and what? Now, the noun support is a dash object. The noun feet is the indirect object. Following? Okay. Now, besides showing to whom or to what something was done, okay, an indirect object can also show for whom or for what. So, indirect money, we will see this. This is straight what or whom. This is to what or to whom. It can also be for what and for whom. Very basic level things. Okay, when you read a sentence grammatically, this is what goes back of my mind. This is a verb, okay? Oh, okay. This is what, this is for what, this is to whom, okay, this is who, whom, right? Then I get my structure. Fine. Look at this. Shreya sang as a song. Where is the verb? Who? Shreya sang what? So direct object. Now what is the question? I put for whom. For whom? So indirect object. You got SVOO. Then Shreya sang as a song. The direct object is, and the indirect object is, right? Okay. One blind rule. If you have something like this, SVOO, by virtue of the position I can make out which one direct object, which one indirect object. This is direct object, this is indirect object. Even if I don't put the questioning, this is what? That's what he's saying. As it always does, when it is present, the indirect object comes dash the direct object. You give me, is it before or after? It's just trying to see whether you understood my point or not. If you have this kind of structure, indirect object comes dash the direct object. Before or after? Before. Yeah. Try this one. Do this and straight away give me the answer. The man bought his children a new toy. The indirect object is in this. Correct? Verb, subject. The man bought what? For whom? So, indirect object is children. Yes. Next. Fine. We learned it. Try this one. I offered Raj my ticket. I offered my ticket to Raj. This is another pattern. Read this. Yeah. I offered means subject. I offered what? No, put a question. To whom? To whom? To whom? So obviously this is indirect object. Now look at this one. I offered my ticket you need to pay attention to one thing. I tell you now, if you don't understand, ask me. SV, indirect object, direct object. This is the pattern. In case I want to put this direct object here, indirect object here. I want to change the order. If I want to put this order here, then I have to use to or for. What is the question I am putting in my mind? I have to clearly put that on this paper. Have you understood my point? Now look at this. I offered my ticket to Raj. To indirect object. If I ask you to change Raj here, I offered Raj a ticket. There I don't have to put any to or for. If I want to put that indirect object right side of the direct object, then I have to put to or for. Clear? Let me see. Fine. Now look at this. You have to find out. There is a question. Is friend an indirect object in sentence A or B? So for that, Ashok found a better job for her friend. Ashok found her a better job. Just turn this into structure automatically. You don't have to break your head. Where is the verb? Where? Who? Subject. Ashok found what? A better job. Yes, you're right. Okay. Extra. This is for her friend. Extra information. Fine. Okay. Then where is the verb? Where is the subject? Ashok found what? To whom? Now this is extra information. Now friend an indirect object in sentence A or B? B. What is this? That is extra information. That has nothing to do with this basic structure. Okay. Next. The machine will save much time. The machine will save the company much time. Now what is this is asking? The noun time is the direct object in both sentences. Okay. Which sentence also contains an indirect object? Just turn this verb what? Machine. What will save what? Object. Then verb what will save what? To what? So clear? Fine. Try this. Mother gave the boys some sandwiches. Please try this and show me. Then we'll move to the next one. Do that. Mother gave the boys some sandwiches. What is a direct object? What is indirect object here? Correct. Okay. Now, I am going to give you some exercise. This bakery makes the best cakes in town. Already he has given subject, he has given verb, he is asking you to give the direct object. This bakery makes the best cakes in town. When I ask you to look at the basic sentence structure, first remove the extra information. First step is identify the verb, then remove the extra information. Extra information. Now, left and right, you put questions, automatically you come with the answers. What? Already I got the subject. Now, bakery makes what? Direct object. Now, what is direct object? Yeah. best case, but last one is our hero. Like this, subject he has given, verb you have to give me, indirect object you have to give me, direct object he has given. What is a verb? Can show. Can show, yes. Can show. Next. What is direct object is? Yeah, and what about indirect object? You. So you're reading grammatically. Next. His experiments with electricity brought him national fame. He has already given subject, he has given verb, asking you to give indirect object and direct object. Okay, now his experiments with electricity. There is an extra information. Where is extra information? So this is my subject. Experiments brought what? So I am only taking fame. Okay. Now what about indirect object? Him. Correct. Now what about this? The editor gave a better title to my article. The editor gave a better title to my article. Obviously, I got the verb, I got the subject, and editor gave what? Yes, a better title. So here I only put title. Very good. You guys, look at this first sentence. Human technology developed from the first stone tools about 2.5 million years ago. I am asking you to turn this into structure by identifying the verb and putting that extra information in the bracket. Where is the verb? Okay, and yeah. You are right. Now what? Developed from the first stone tools extra about 2.5 million years ago. Extra. Got my point? So this is what I need to focus first. Okay.